Good morning, espresso enthusiasts, and welcome back to another episode of A to Z Chat GPT recipes. Today we are looking at the letter I. And so when prompted, Chat GPT came up with a iced vanilla latte, which I guess any particular flavored latte could be iced, so this feels like a bit of an easy way out, but iced vanilla lattes are near and dear to me. It's one of my favorite drinks. I've actually got one that I've been drinking and working on this morning. But the reason this recipe is interesting to me is this is simplistic. It is a very simplistic recipe, and it's close to what I would typically drink, but probably a little sweeter. So I'm curious to see how it shakes out. But before we get into that, I need to ask you guys a favor. I need you to go ahead and caffeinate that like button and dial in those notifications. I am trying to grow this channel, so every like, share, subscribe, hell, even a follow on Instagram really helps the channel grow. If you guys like this type of content, share it with your friends, give me some feedback. I'd love to make videos that y'all find more entertaining. So that all aside, let's just jump right into it. So as far as this particular recipe goes, we are going to need a shot of espresso. So we'll do that here in a minute. Got my trusty shot cup here. We will need a half a cup of milk, or your preferred non-dairy milk, whatever you like. 1 to 2 tablespoons of vanilla syrup or vanilla extract. I've got some Tirani vanilla syrup, same thing everybody else has, so I figured I'd just use that. And then some ice. And so if you watched last week's video, I went a little into the deep end trying to make the drink look nice with some of the bartending habits that I have developed. So we're going to do the same thing today. I've got a container to chill it with some ice. I've got a clear ice cube here, and we'll just make it look good and we'll have a good time. So that all out of the way, let's go brew our shot and get our assembly going. Today we are using same type of beans we had last week. The same Summer Moon Velvet Blaze. I actually really like this coffee. They don't sponsor me. This isn't a plug. It's just something that I can get locally. It tastes good, and it's actually really easy to dial in and pulls a pretty decent shot. So I like it. Drink what you like, right? All right, beans in. All right, so this bean has been dialed in as of this particular point in time. The previous bag versus this bag, was actually pretty spot on. So I feel like I can't ask you guys to go into the comments and tell me how long you think it will take for this extraction to pull. So I need to ask you guys something else to make this a little more interactive. So here's what I'm gonna do. As far as espresso is concerned, what type of beans do y'all typically like? Or what type of roasts do you like? Do you like dark roasts? Do you like light roasts? Espresso whack incoming in 3, 2, 1, whack. I promise eventually my video editing skills will get better, and I will not need to give you guys forewarning. I'll just figure out how to like tamp down the audio. But we're not quite there yet. But anyway, on our prior thought thread, what sort of roast do y'all like? Dark, medium, light? Do you prefer a blend when pulling espresso shots? The last bag of coffee I got prior to switching back over to Velvet Blaze was this, and it's a blend. And as you can see, I didn't get through it all the way. Didn't much care for it. What do you guys like? Let me know. Make me a recommendation. If any of y'all are local to Austin, Texas, tell me a coffee shop you like. need to clean out our basket. Come on, out you come. Oh God. Hopefully I didn't get that on camera. Good times, good times. Okay. All right, I've returned with our shot, so let's go ahead and get some ice to assemble. Okay, we have our ice. Now we are going to need some milk. This recipe calls for half a cup. So we're just gonna chuck it in here, like so. See, and if y'all heard that cracking, this is why you chill before you put your drink in a cup with your ice. You don't want to crack your ice cube. All right, we need 1 to 2 tablespoons of vanilla syrup. I don't know where my tablespoon is, so we're gonna use a teaspoon and we're just gonna do math. So 1 teaspoon is what, 3 tablespoons? So 1, 2, 3, it said 1 to 2, let's go, I don't know, 4 teaspoons. That's 1 1/3 tablespoons. Somebody check my math. All right, put the syrup over here. We shall mix this up before we put our espresso in. Ice cubes froze together. Espresso in. Okay. And now we need our ice cube. And if y'all are curious why I had an ice cube sitting out here, I don't like cloudy ice. I like clear ice. So we're gonna stick that in our cup. Get our little strainer, pour this in there. I suppose milk drinks don't really warrant a clear ice cube just because you won't be able to see it, but I felt like being extra today, so y'all are gonna have to indulge me. Okay, there we go. So we have a nice looking iced vanilla latte, which I guess is Chat GPT recipe. And then we have mine, which this was needed for coffee, not for presentation. So we can do a blind taste test, I suppose. But let's give this a sip and see what we think. Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's an iced vanilla latte. What do you expect? It's a touch sweet. It's a little too vanilla-y for me. But I feel like if you went to like Starbucks or somewhere and got a nice vanilla latte, this would be pretty true to form. I don't know what else I can tell you. I don't even know how you pronounce this brand. Tarani, I'm guessing. Tarani makes a pretty good syrup. It's very vanilla-y, right? There's almost 2 tablespoons in there, and it's a half cup of milk. So it is a very vanilla-forward latte. You can't really taste that much of the coffee. So if you're an espresso purist or latte purist, you'd probably be offended by it, but all things considered, it tastes very good. My particular recipe is a little more espresso forward, but just different folks like different things. All things considered, objectively a good iced vanilla latte, so if that's your jam, I highly recommend giving this recipe a shot. Try it out, let me know what you think, and as always, have a caffeinated day.